Taking my first drink.
Unstable internet. Ooh.
First beer on the way. Welcome in, guys. Tuesday night talking. This is the very first sit down of many more to come. I'm Carrington, Gupte, and I got Video Game James here with me.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that noise, man. It just sounds like birds are like slamming into a sliding door.
That's my foot on the desk, man. It's all good.
But yeah, guys, fun times. As you know, we started this venture quite a bit ago, and a lot has happened in those 3 years. You know, inflation, pandemic.
Oh, lots of that.
One of the craziest presidencies in American history. A lot of crazy stuff. But in that time, we actually transformed from Fun Times Gaming to Fun Times Media. And we're kind of going to talk a little bit about that, the whole process, how we started, where we're at now, what we're doing, what we're focused on, the projects that we're working on. So, video game, let's start. Take it away. 2019. How did everything start?
2019. I think it all started with, unfortunate to say, it all started based on 2K, which would have been what, 2K20? The LeBron edition? I think so. The LeBron edition. It was coming out.
It was even before Dwayne Wade, 2K19.
Oh, I forgot about Dwayne Wade with the Miami cover. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I think it was 2K19.
It was. The Dwayne Wade Miami cover. Yeah, it all started with wanting to basically ride the coattails of wanting to evolve into some type of sports e-team, whatever you want to call it, a grouping, get some guys together, get a league together, which that looks like that's died out. Well, it's dying by now. Not sure. But yeah, that's what it started with. Yeah, 2019, about summer. Started with that. Went into that. We actually stuck with it for a while. You came up with the league, got a lot of people off Twitter. A lot of people. People we knew that are already on our gamer list, and then people that we met playing the game. People that, after you put that out and start hosting it on Twitter, and people they came flocking. There was some good stuff. Met some good people, whatever, enjoyed the game, but that game has inconsistencies, and everybody thinks they're an all-star, thinks they're a 2K pro. So that went downhill pretty fast after, we put some work into it, actually. And money on top of that, paid for logos and, team names, and got them. I'm not sure if you even got them copywritten.
We have the original rights to the artwork and everything like that.
Right.
But yeah, 2019, and how this all came about is obviously at that time, and still to this day, all of media and streaming is really big. There's a lot of media influencers, obviously, throughout various different things, gaming, modeling, sports, just wiggling your arms today on TikTok is pretty much all it takes, I guguess. So there's a lot of different channels and ways to get into this. So we realized that there was an extreme focus on just so many people, so many tryhards, so to speak, going into we want to be the next Twitch affiliate partner, and I want to be this like full-time gamer and gaming pro and esports. And we saw that and we're like, hey, what happened to just the fun times of gaming? Let's create something that actually brings the fun back to gaming. So that's when Fun Times Gaming was born. And ideally, yes, it was supposed to be a social league, not necessarily a competitive league, somewhere where you can come and play with friends, people that aren't necessarily, diehard gamers or committed professionals. So the idea was liked. That's why I think people came to it. But at the end of the day, it's just like anything else on the internet. Once you get large amounts of people and a community together, the toxicity just kicks up and it tanks everything. So
yeah, it didn't take long.
Yeah, it doesn't take long at all, and it's hard to manage, Obviously, we were
Oh
still
yeah,
working
I mean, I woke
full-time
up.
jobs.
I
Yeah,
mean, I'm
we were
talking
still
going
working
in.
full-time jobs, trying to manage, leagues and socials, growing a company from the base. So
I
we've gone
mean,
through a lot.
I'm literally waking up at 6, 7 in the morning to people in the Discord. I mean, that early in the morning. I mean, I'm Eastern time, but still, I don't know what time some of those guys were. But I'm literally waking up and people are in the Discord at 7 o'clock in the morning. Talking about this and that and who's playing and what position, do this, do that. I'm like, yeah, boys, they love some 2K. I can tell you that. But.
Oh, yeah, it was a community that, man, people loved, dedicated their lives to. I mean, like I said, I think the reason why, um, so many people were into it is because it is. I mean, gaming it's a huge outlet, and the opportunity was there. I mean, it's there for
Mhm,
everybody. As
mhm,
long as you have an internet connection and an idea, you can go out and start building something and build momentum and build a name for yourself, build skills. And I think that's where we initially wanted to go. We wanted to build this fun community in the gaming world, that grew into something that we were able to scale and essentially do tournaments and have brands and merchandise and all this other stuff. Um, but it's business, you learn along the way, you fail along the way, and you just change course. So what we ended up pivoting to, a little bit about a little bit about my background. I've worked in marketing the last 7 8 years, and have been involved with media creation, video production since I was a kid with camcorders, MySpace, the very beginning of all media creation. And I built that into a career. And I felt like, okay, well, now at this point, all these people are trying to be the next somebody, and everybody's got to be good at what they want to do. So, where's the time for them to create, produce, manage, monetize, and market content to people? If you're the creator, you want to be focused on what you do. And I feel like that was our niche. That's where we could come in, given our backgrounds and the things we're involved in, the things we like to do. It was a good opportunity for us to bridge into something we're already familiar with and keep the brand similar in a sense.
mhm.
Um, so, as far as your perspective, how has that changed? I mean, obviously, we still game to some extent, but it's not necessarily at the level that we used to. Um,
Um, I want to say, the gaming aspect dropped off when we finally start going through these steps of reevaluating what and where we wanted to be headed and what we wanted to do. Because it continued. I mean, because after the 2K thing, ooh, I want to say, yeah, about winter of 20 going into 21. So of last year, I think that's when we officially. I remember that's when we went through the steps of changing the logo and the name. Yeah, so it was last winter. It was 20 going into 21. So that must have been when we really started evaluating. Okay, this is what we want to do, and we were doing more um, like social things. Trying to market stuff like
yeah,
that.
that's true. We were,
Instagram, what's Canva, stuff like that. Trying to create basically anything of creation. We were making game videos. Guys we knew, our own. Um, that was fun. But those were the steps to go into the creation process. You know,
yeah, absolutely. I think that definitely helped. The fact that we were able to still use our hobbies and put them to use in a business sense, it did. It built our editing skills. It built, um, just a knowledge of the programs and the things that are out there. Feel like we did a ton of research in that time, didn't
hmm
necessarily play so much. A lot of reading because you gotta reformulate. Like this is the biggest part of business is people hit their first wall and then they like fucking stop. They get discouraged because it didn't work out. And
yeah,
you have to move. Business is a very fluid thing. You're not gonna last with the same model for 10 years, 20 years in today's landscape. Things change way too fast. Um, so actually, I was reading it was in the book. It was in, I think it was in Patrick Bet David's book, Your Next Five Steps. Um, but he was saying how when the first, like, those lists they make of like the incorporated 500, like top businesses in the world, they always do 500. He said like there's like 12 or something from the first original list that was made like 40, 50 years ago. So that just goes to show you like the 500 companies that were the most top dominant, not all of them, adjusted the right way and they just went under, got bought out, whatever happened. But it's always because of failure to adapt. And I think that's what we stuck with because yeah, it's something we love to do. It's something we want to do and we continue to do. And it just wasn't going to stop there just because of one setback, I guess you could say. But yeah, we started creating more, and I think people saw that we were creating more, so they were asking us to do things for them. And that's where it really clicked. Like, hey, we've done this for so long. Let's just make it into the business aspect of it. So, some of the opportunities we've had, talk about some of the different people, I guess, that we've worked with.
I know you've worked with some. I've worked with a couple guys who are, some of them are into, they race, they have their kids race, they endorse them. We've made videos for them, packages for them. I know you've done some things for your local barbershop out there in Arizona. Comedian that's out there, a couple comedians out there, correct?
Yeah,
couple of those guys. My brother, obviously, that not too many people know of that we're related. Jalen Hooks. We've done some things for him when he gets the time to get free. Hard to get a hold of him, but let's see. And then, a lot of guys we play games with, there's a ton of guys that we got video game footage from. And, once we made a couple, they were like, nothing big, but basically that's how that starts. And that's just the whole idea of content creation, video game creation. That's just what they do. They sit back and make video. There's tons of video game clips uploaded daily, millions probably.
Oh yeah.
So,
all the platforms. So yeah, it's been fun to work with those people, and I think that's really where we fit in and we come into play as, hey, we can help you out because not only do we do this stuff, but our goal is to let you, like, we don't want to be the stars, we don't want to be the base of anything. Like, we're the machine, we're the creators.
Yep.
It's our job to do the business aspect, the marketing, the creative. And let them focus on what they want to do. If you race, you race. You play basketball, whatever. So in today's world, you need a whole team behind you. You have to have a media team, a creative team. Everybody needs their story. They need their brand built. They have to have good communication, and you have to control your narrative. You can't let other people and other articles and third-party news outlets dominate you online. So own your name, post your videos, respond to things, like things, interact with people. And it's hard for someone to do that when they're the star, they're the talent. You just can't. And it's not advised to, because then you're starting to see stuff like, this is what happens to all these athletes. Kevin Durant is a perfect example. This dude sits on his phone 24/7, and then he gets some negative stuff said about him, and then he's all butthurt. Well, like, if you had somebody managing your stuff, you go play basketball and go win a championship and let everybody else do this. You don't ever have to see it. You don't have to do nothing. You're in your clear headspace. And that's where a lot of creators and athletes fail, is because they're trying to do too much to market themselves, and they get involved in the chatter of it, and it gets to them mentally. So we don't want that to happen to nobody. No. That's why we come in and provide you with, expert level creatives, consultation, marketing management, whatever it is that you need. Our goal is to make you, who you're meant to be, without you having to do things you're not the best at. You do what you're the best at, and we'll do what we're the best at. And that's where everything meshes together, because it takes a whole team. It takes a whole village. It takes a takes a whole army to hoist the trophy in the end. So
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, we realized that once we started making that transition, we realized, whoa, just getting in the backfield, realize, man, like it needs to be a lot more people out here in this backfield because there's a lot of different, from the social aspect, the creation aspect, creating for the social, should I say, marketing the social, all that. And man, those are jobs. It's like, you
oh,
go do the
absolutely.
creation and then you're like, oh man, now I got to go market it and got to hurry up and get it to social and all that. So, yeah, it's definitely a job. Some people understand it, some people don't. I mean, we had to, understand it as well, making that transition. Because once we started doing it, like, man, yeah, we could definitely use some help, every now and again. It would make it run a lot more smoother, like as you said earlier.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you find out when you're on the ground and when your feet are on the ground doing the actual stuff. Yeah, there's I mean, nights of 3, 4 hours of sleep. I mean, we were making content all day, whether we were gaming or filming or recording stuff or getting videos sent to us, editing all day, post it, market it. And yeah, it becomes difficult, not only for the solo artist, athlete, whatever, but think of your small businesses. Imagine you're a small business owner and your goal is to run your business and manage your business, and you feel like you can't or don't have the money to hire a big ad agency to run all
Mm-hmm.
your stuff. Well,
Mm-hmm.
that's exactly where we come in, because we can come on site to your business, we can shoot video, spend a day with you, find out how you work,
Mm-hmm.
and tell your story, which is what everybody wants. A lot of times, that's why people don't get business, is because there's not enough communication from them to the public. As this is us, this is what we do, this is how we got here, this is why you should choose us. Our quality is this level because of XYZ. So many companies miss that mark,
Mm-hmm.
and I see it every day. So there is a need. There's always a need for somebody like us, and our goal is to help anybody and everybody that we absolutely can along the way to get to where they want to be.
Yeah, that's the thing when we start making that transition as well. When people ask, well, what are you guys doing or whatever? I'm like, some people don't understand. Like, well, what we're doing is what you see every day, whether you see it on the TV, on
Mhm.
your phone, that's where most people see it on their phone when they're on social media or YouTube or looking at ads. Like, that is marketing, that's creation. No matter how amateur to how expert it looks, that's all creation. I'm like, people, a lot of people don't understand that. Like, whatever you see and look, something that makes you want to watch it, buy it, whatever, that's the whole creation process. That's
Yeah.
subliminal marketing. That's all that is. And some people get it, some people don't. And that's just it. Like, it sounds simple to somebody else. I'm like, no, it's definitely not that simple. It's pretty it can be begrudging if you don't have it in order and understand what you're doing, you know.
Oh yeah, people in today's world. I mean, we're in the world of content and media. Every day, we're exposed to so much of it, and yeah, exactly. It's all created by somebody. People go to work, they watch their videos, they see
Mm-hmm.
tons of it.
Mm-hmm.
Then they come home, they get on the phone, they're
Mm-hmm.
watching a documentary or a show or whatever. And yeah, everybody has a story, everybody has their thing, and you're sitting there, watching it, I guess, so to speak, instead of,
Mm-hmm.
going out there and either A, being it, or B, helping somebody be that, because that's all you do in the business aspect is either you are the star or you are facilitating to make someone else the star, and then that's where your money comes in and your
Right.
recognition comes in. But yeah, people don't realize that the shows you go home to run home and watch about the reality show people that are on the internet, that they're at a house and you're watching
Mm-hmm.
it, they're dating, and oh yeah, look at this, somebody's there shooting that, somebody's there editing that. The reason why they got chose is because they had somebody likely working with each individual person to
Mm-hmm.
build their brand. And that's the world we're in. So either you're just a blurry number that's swiping on your phone, or you're actually doing something. And people have to kind of decide what they want to do, where they're going to be at, and how they can contribute.
Yeah,
And I think that's where we found what we're going to do and how we can help people.
yeah, some people are fine with that. Some people love to just watch and be entertained, which that's great because that's what keeps people in creation process, keep them making that money and having jobs. Because some people just love to sit and be entertained, whether it's not good or it's good, whether it's
Yeah.
appealing to
Oh, I mean,
appealing to
and
one
think
person
how
and not appealing to
this
the
is
next
just
person.
this is just part of humanity, because think about how far back this goes to like the Roman theater era. Like all
Hmm.
those people just chilling, sitting in the seats, like, oh, hey, we came here to like watch these guys fight. Like,
Hmm.
we're good, but like we're just gonna chill here. And so it's always been a major thing. People would go and watch the stonings and all that stuff. People would get
Oh yeah,
like it's always been like, let's
yeah.
watch, let's
Let's
watch.
watch. Yep, yep.
So, and it's gotten to a point now where society is just overwhelmed. It's like there's so much there. It's weird. It's 50-50 in a sense, but so many people are let's watch in a bad way when it comes to actually like doing things and standing up for things and whatever.
Right.
So it's all over the place. It's a weird time, but if you can find out where you can help people and where you can enjoy doing what you want to do, then you're in the right spot.
Definitely. I mean, it's definitely the time in society right now. The floodgates are open, and
More opportunity than ever. That's why
opportunity is
Gary Vee
available,
says
and
more
people can
opportunity.
actually, the people who didn't want to believe it, and there's people who still don't, but I think more and more have seen it that, hey, there's options out here. You know, I don't just have to wake up and, give my life up to just doing something I'm not happy with, or I don't want to do, or feel like I'm not, worth my, some company doesn't feel what I feel like I'm worth or whatever. Opportunities are out here. Like you say, it's whether you want to take it or you don't. I'm not saying go crazy and just give up your risk your whole livelihood and life or whatever for it, but you're never going to know until you start taking those steps. And these are the conversations that not only us two, but many of people in the world probably have every day. About, okay, do I want to take that step? I got one foot in and one foot out, or I feel like I got one foot in and the other foot's up, but it's still inside, and you just got to take that chance. Sometimes you get in that safe spot, complacency, consistency. Oh, well, this is always going to be here. This is, I need to just continue doing this, but I really want to go do that. But, I just know this is going to be here. I'm going to wake up and be able to go to this every day and do what I got to do. Sometimes you do have to have that little poker, that push, that person that gives you that pep talk or keeps asking you every day or whatever that, you need that. You need people like that. You need to, whether people watch inspirational videos, whatever it might be, to just go and chase those dreams, really, because they're there and they're very accessible if you put in the work.
That's exactly what I think we're experiencing right now with the job market. The article I posted earlier today about 5 million, there's 5 million more open jobs in
Hmm.
the United States of America than there are unemployed people.
Hmm.
Um, but that doesn't necessarily mean people are not doing anything.
Right.
We're in that, again, we're in the land of opportunity, the greatest time to be alive. Even though like there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world, there's so much opportunity right now. So for one, you have all your people selling stuff online, right? You can just sell trinkets and snacks and goodies and anything and third party it and drop ship it through Amazon, Facebook, Instagram. Then you have your crypto, your NFT, OnlyFans. There's so much stuff people are doing right now
Hmm.
to make money, and they'd rather do that. You can make 30,000, 40,000 a year, 50,000 a year. Some are making more, but why not, right? If you can sell trinkets on Amazon and play Twitch and make 50 grand a year, you would rather do that than go
Hmm.
work for McDonald's or Target or the library. And I think that's where we're at, is because there's now opportunity and people are saying, okay, I'm okay with doing this because now I don't have a 9 to 5. I'm
Hmm.
selling stuff on Amazon. I'm making 40 grand. at my 9 to 5, I made 50, but now I don't have the 9 to 5. So I have the time to go learn real estate, video
Mhm.
editing. I can sing, dance, learn a new program. And that's where people are like rebuilding themselves, is because now you're trading your 9 to 5 for time, and you're taking something that can make you passive income. So you're just building while you're building yourself. And
Yeah.
there are people that don't want to work and that are living off the government and unemployment, but I think
Yeah.
more of it is that. I think more of it is people have now realized they are in control of their narrative,
Yep.
and they can make almost the same or more, if not more in most cases, once they master it, than they were doing a 9 to 5. So yeah, it's just like you said. I think almost everybody, probably 50 to 60% of the world is 1 foot in, 1 foot out,
Mhm.
because the world is so rapidly changing. We're just trying to figure out what's going to happen next. Like, there's no one knows. So all you can do is keep learning and stay afloat.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, in the last year, we had that we hit our high points, and I would say most of 2021. I'm gonna say no. I would say about probably from sometime in the spring on to for the rest of the year, and we're slowly building it back up in these first 3 months of this year. But we hit that brick, we hit that wall. I want to say probably about April or May for throughout the rest of the year. We hit that brick, and you know, um, less creative, well, lack thereof, um, communication, a lot of things, because like I said, people are constantly going to get caught up in the everyday bustle of a job, tired, sick, family, kids, mates, whatever it may be. And it does it will throw you completely off of something you're trying to achieve, period. That's why I say, it's a key thing to have some type of backbone support, or somebody to keep you on that track. To you might, hey, what's going on with such and such and such and such, and that's what happened to me. Like, I mean, as of lately, I mean, I'm sure you too, but like me, like in the last, like, probably these first couple months of this year, people just randomly bringing it up, because I just sit there and think of stuff, but like people just randomly bringing it up and asking, hey, is anything going on, and what happened, like, weren't you doing such and such, such and such, and it just hit me. I'm like, man, you know, people still, people asking, people still remember, and like knew that, once they remember somebody, or somebody they know is doing something. Some people are like that. They want to know. I'm like, oh, they actually care, or they just want to see what's going on, or just a support. Man, they don't even know what it is, what they're doing. Like, I'm just, just still just being supportive. But it takes those type of people to keep you going. And when those people talk to you, it's something clicks in your head, like, man, I should really, keep that going on and get back on track.
So that's really, what it all is. And then with marketing, um, and where we help is it's creative and marketing. So the fact that we have the background of creative experience, social experience, marketing, and business experience, there's a lot that we can bring to the table, as to where, again, we're not trying to be the star of the show. We're not trying to ride anybody else's wave. Our goal is to help you, and in the process, we build our name as one of the great orchestrators of talent. Think about the people that are behind the people of talent.
Hmm.
That's where, if you can nonstop create a blueprint of success by helping businesses and people and artists get to where they want to be, you are, truly revered and valued in society as someone
Hmm.
that can help. And I think so many people have gone to, they just want to be, they want to be the attention, they want it all on them. And it's not for everybody. You can't succeed. Most people are too egotistical, and they get in their own
Hmm.
way,
Hmm.
and it stops everything. So we're the team that people need, in a sense,
Hmm.
egoless, here to create. What are you doing? Focus on you, and let's help you. Um, so right now we're trying to do that, with ourselves, with everything we're working with. Some of the projects, let's talk about some of the projects that we're working on, at the moment. There's various pending projects to come. There's some things that we're working on right now. Um, But what are some of the main things that we're diving into here as 2020 progresses? 2021, 2022.
What the
Damn.
fuck, man?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, lose time.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It does feel like we've been in a standstill for a while now. As far as sit down video sessions, podcasts, whatever you want to call them, we've been adding to these for a while. Got a host of those. You have your own personal one. I think you've had under your government name, Fanatics Back. That's
Yep.
been active for a while. We got a newly added one, C Noob's MetaZoo Moments, a guy that we've known for a while, some years back.
See,
Yeah.
dude.
Um, Fun Times Adventures. Just a idea of brainchild right now, but based on some little kids that run around that we know of. Looks like another one. Once Upon a Time, Indiana. Looks like a little something about you and some guys growing up, going to school in northern Indiana. It's pre-production as well. New one we just added on there, another CNC Reacts. That'll be C Noob and his girlfriend doing music video reactions, or I think just music song reactions in general.
And they already have a channel for that.
They do. Yes, they do.
Yeah, they just have to get working on new stuff. So, yep.
We did add. We just added another one a couple days ago. Just tinkering around with names, just something to sit back and share thoughts on business, fashion, entertainment, society, and culture in the 2020s. Positive conversation, thought leadership. Nothing but straightforward conversation. Nothing to offend anybody. Segments, Fun Time Sports. I think you've done a handful of that. You and Mason, you and your brother have done a handful of those little snippets, covering NBA, covering NFL. You guys covered most of the season. Nothing in the long form, but a lot of snippets, which that will come into fruition. Anything of Barry's collection, hobbies, passion. Anything from shoes, cartoons, clothes, action figures, colognes, whatever it may be. Exactly what it says. People sit there and we sit and talk about that, and how people started or whatnot.
A lot of collecting. It's a big time. Which, by the way, if you sell on eBay, man, tough times, right? Don't sell over $600.
Oh, whoosh. Not just eBay. It's pretty much they're watching everywhere on that one. It's
trade some
unfortunate.
crypto. You sell some cards. Guess what? Joe
Unfortunate.
Biden wants your money.
Come on, man. Come on.
Fun Times Gaming, the original name, the original idea, the conquest we wanted to conquer. Basically just occasional video game talks, news, forthcoming releases, characters, more, feature gaming clips and more, featuring another little guy that runs around, loves games, growing
Look up in
games.
the right corner, you'll see him. He's the logo. Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Yes, that's him. And Fun Times Await, which I think would be pretty much this one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a big year for us. I think as 2023 is going to be huge as well. It's just identifying where you need to go and making it happen. I mean, it's an action world. You can sit around and think about shit, type shit, write shit all you want, but until you start doing it and executing, nothing's really going to happen. So I feel like we're aligned for a great year. Excited to meet with a old classmate of mine this weekend, help him with his business on some marketing stuff in Indiana. And the fact that we're in two different places, it's different and unique at the same time. So in this case, we can have clients in Indiana who we can go out to and shoot video and record with, and do all these different things for documentaries. And then on the back end over here, I can create your marketing processes. We can do your creative. We can run your social media. We can run your processes and sales processes. That that's part of all the background of being in the marketing and sales funnel, is that I've been around these businesses and inside these businesses for the last 10 years. And you really do learn a lot from people as the business goes, grows, fails, people leave the company. You just see where things need to be tweaked. And the biggest thing of all is just communication. As long as teams win championships by communicating, relationships are kept by communicating, wars are won by communicating. It all comes down to communication. So having that team behind you that's able to communicate with you and tell your story the right way, the way you want it, in a nice, creative way, that's what we're going to do for you. And it takes a lot of stress off of you as the performer, the artist, the influencer, business owner, whatever it may be that you do. You can finally relax, and handle, whether it's us creating your content again, or you can give us the content you've created and we do the editing. There's ways where you can nonstop get your content out through Fun Times Media. So reach out to us, guys. All major platforms, Fun Times Media. We want to help out. We want to keep growing. We want to help you keep growing. And we got a lot of fun things coming up. It's our goal to help you share your something with the world, so
There you go.
do what you do and let us help you. That's what Fun Times is all about. We're going to keep pumping these out weekly, more things to come as we develop our projects and our goals as we push them forward. But we're excited to see what's to come with our clients and everybody we continue to work with.
Definitely.